The definition of a trailblazer is to be a pioneer or an innovator. This is the perfect word to describe Sandra Day O'Connor. Although I have never personally known her, I do know that she has made a tremendous impact on not just our country, but on people all across America. With gratitude, let's look back the ways she blazed a trail for all women in our country, mourn the loss of this great woman, and look forward to carrying on the legacy of Sandra Day O'Connor. Sandra Day O'Connor will always be remembered as the first woman to ever serve on the Supreme Court. She was born on March 26, 1930, and had a love for education. She started her journey to the highest court in the land at the young age of 16, where she graduated Austin High School, El Paso, Texas. She attended Stanford University, earning her bachelor's degree in economics and graduating from law school in 2 years rather than the usual 3. After struggling to find a job because of the bias to women attorneys at the time, she worked as an unpaid county attorney in San Mateo, California, until she proved that she had talent. In 1954, when she went to work abroad in Germany as a civilian attorney until her return to the States in 1957, when she opened up her own practice. Sandra Day O'Connor once said, "The power I exert on the court depends on the power of my arguments, not my gender." In 1970, she was elected to the Arizona State Senate for 2 terms. Later, she worked in the Arizona State Supreme Court for two years until in 1981, when President Ronald Reagan nominated her to become the first female Supreme Court justice in the 191-year history of the court. To Sandra Day O'Connor, it didn't matter that she was a woman on the court. All that mattered was her voice, which she got to use and used very well. Sandra was known for her pragmatism, which is her practical approach to problems. In her first case, Mississippi University for Women versus Hogan, she achieved the majority opinion. This case was about a man who was denied admission into a female nursing school. The vote was to admit qualified men into the school. Sandra Day O'Connor was an activist for equal protection, and although nominated by conservative Republican president, was often seen siding with liberal members of the court. In 1992, Sandra Day O'Connor was the affirmative vote for the Roe v. Wade decision for Planned Parenthood. She said that the ability of women to participate equally in the economic and social life of the nation has been facilitated by their ability to control their reproductive lives. 30 years later, Roe v. Wade was overturned by a conservative Supreme Court. Today, we mourn the loss of a woman who worked hard for equal rights and an impartial court not swayed by presidents or prevailing political parties. Out of 115 justices that have served on the court, only 6 have been women. Following O'Connor and the late Ruth Bader Ginsburg, 4 women are currently serving: Sonia Sotomayor, Elena Kagan, Amy Coney Barrett, and Ketanji Brown Jackson. She was an advocate for women and said, "I believe that it is only a matter of time before the structural barriers to women or minorities are effectively dismantled. I look forward to the day when I'm thought of the 102nd Supreme Court Justice rather than the first female Supreme Court Justice." Sandra Day O'Connor was a pioneer for women across America and proved that women could be in high courts of law. Sandra Day O'Connor was an amazing person, and her death saddened the country. She's done so much, starting at such a young age, to help the people of our country. I think it's only fitting to end this speech with a little advice from Sandra Day O'Connor. Do the best you can in every task. No matter how unimportant it may seem at the time, no one learns more about a problem than the person at the bottom. Thank you.